order. Kelly, please call the roll.
Mayor Greenberg.
Here.
Commissioner King Gaspar.
Here.
Commissioner Darren Indemina.
Here. Will everyone please rise as you're able for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, are there any desired changes to the agenda? You guys have one?
I would like to suggest we move point H up to E, and E down to H is just the flow.
Reordering.
Yeah, appointing the engineer for the airport before we look at the contract for the airport.
Okay, have any motions on the change? Go ahead.
I'll move that we reorder item E to item H and item H to item E.
And I'll second.
Call the roll.
Mayor Greenberg.
Yes.
Commissioner King Gaspar.
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Indemina.
Aye.
Okay, we'll go ahead and make that change.
And forgive me, my motion would be to approve the agenda with those changes.
Okay. Next is public comments. Anyone from the audience that wants to come up here and address the council can do that. It could be over any subject. You get 3 minutes. And is there anyone that wanted to address the council?
We haven't heard the council address the question of how you're dealing with those guys who built the airport runway extension that you went into court with about 1.5 years ago. And I figured there might be some point where you could give us an update. So just throwing that out there since the opportunity doesn't seem to present itself.
Okay, thank you. Now, when we review the comments, we don't know the subject, we don't have time to address that. So we got your note, Murray. We are following it, I will tell you that. Any other comments from the public? Okay, we have a proclamation.
Well, first, sorry.
What's that?
Point of order, we have the consent.
Oh,
agenda.
we have the consent agenda.
Yep.
I'm out of order here, I'm gonna get there, I promise.
I'll move that we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Call the roll.
Mayor Greenberg.
Yes.
Commissioner King Gaspar.
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Indemina.
Aye.
Okay, now can I do the proclamation? Okay. Christy and Jasmine, could you come here and join me? Okay, now, both Jasmine and Christy are from Drury University. Okay, here's a proclamation. This is a proclamation of appreciation for the culture and community event held October 18, 2025. Whereas Drury University and the Monett Area Chamber of Commerce, in collaboration with the City of Monett, have demonstrated exceptional dedication and commitment to the various cultures and ethnic groups represented in Monett, Missouri. And whereas Drury University, the Monett Chamber, and the City of Monett's cooperative efforts in organizing this community event have significantly benefited cultural awareness and strengthened the bonds within our community. And whereas Drury University and the Monett Chamber, with the support of the City of Monett, have consistently exemplified the value of fostering understanding among all individuals living, working, or receiving education in Monett, serving as an inspiration to colleagues and community members alike. Whereas it is fitting to publicly acknowledge and extend our deepest appreciation for Drury University and the Monett Chamber outstanding service and positive impact on our community. Now therefore, it is resolved that I, the mayor, on behalf of the City Council of Monett, Missouri, do hereby commend Drury University and the Monett Chamber for their invaluable contributions and wish them continued success. Signed this 13th day of November 2025. So thank you very much. Christy, I gotta make a speech. Jasmine, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's it. What we're going to do is I'm going to give it back to Kelly. She's going to frame it, and she'll give it to you before you go.
Perfect.
So thank you for everything that you did in putting that cultural event together.
Thank you for being there.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah, Monett's a multicultural city, and I've traveled a lot in many of the countries that were represented there. And those at the school know it better than I do, is I think we speak like 26 languages at the school right now. So we are a multicultural community, and my experience in life and traveling to many of these countries is very rich because you get to experience a different culture. And every culture does something better than all the rest. Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small. But I think we can all from benefit, and I appreciate you acknowledging, how many skits we had that day, 10 or 12?
We had 9.
We had 9? Okay. I didn't stay for the last 3, so I didn't know it ended then. But I found out we have the Nepalese people from Nepal. That's where Mount Everest is. I had no idea we had that, so I got to visit with those folks and met a lot of the folks. So if you ever have an opportunity, and I'm sure we'll do another culture event, I highly recommend that you go, so at least you get a glimpse into the other cultures. So thank you all. And
Thank you.
okay, item C, please.
Second reading and consideration of approval of ordinance number 9103, an ordinance rezoning 615 Main Street from industrial D to second residential B.
Okay, this will be the second reading. Do we have a map of this one?
Yeah, I'll move that we approve bill number 9103.
Second?
Okay, discussion. This is the second reading, so I'll give, this is just one property, right?
615?
Yeah, it's just one property on Main Street. Main Street is called Main Street because it used to be the main street of Plymouth Junction, even before Monett was founded there. So it was industrial then. So what we're doing is we're rezoning that to residential. Any other questions or any comments from the public on this particular issue? Okay, call the roll.
I just have one general question on it. Do they have any plans, or are they just simply looking for the rezoning?
They have plans, I believe.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay, call the roll.
Mayor Randy Burke,
Yes.
Commissioner Ken Gaspar,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Davina,
Aye.
Okay, item D, please.
First and second reading and consideration of approval of ordinance number 9104, an ordinance of the City Council calling for the election in the City of Monett, Missouri, providing for submission of the question, shall a commission be chosen to frame a charter, and if passed, elect 13 commissioners for the Charter Commission, setting forth the rules and timing of filing for the election of the Charter Commissioners, designating a time of holding and said election, prescribing the information from the ballot to be used, and authorizing the city clerk to give such information and notice of said election to the county clerks of Berry and Lawrence County.
Okay, this is a first and second reading. Are there any objections to go into a second reading?
None.
Okay, let's go ahead. Second reading, please.
An ordinance of the City Council calling for the election in the City of Monett, Missouri, providing for submission of the question, shall a commission be chosen to frame a charter, and if passed, elect 13 commissioners for the Charter Commission, setting forth the rules and timing of filing for the election of the Charter Commissioners, designating a time of holding said election, prescribing the information from the ballot to be used, and authorizing the city clerk to give such information and notice of said election to the county clerks of Berry and Lawrence County.
Thank you, Kelly. This is about changing the form of government from what we have right now. A month ago, we all unanimously agreed that we needed to do that, and we passed an ordinance, and what will happen is it will be on the ballot for the April election. I think that's April 7th. And what we'll be voting on, the citizens will be voting on, is whether or not they want a commission of 13 people to write a constitution for the city of Monett. Now, it is not we that select the council, it's the voters that select the council. So the 13 people are going to be chosen by the voters of Monett. Then after that passes, then those folks have about a year to write this charter, and we're not reinventing the wheel here. It's not as hard as it seems, but we'll take some effort. And then after that charter is written, the voters of Monett will again vote on whether or not they want this charter to become our constitution.
I'll move that we approve bill
You
number
gotta open it
9.
up for public comment, this is second reading.
Yeah,
Okay. You're gonna make a motion?
yeah, should we have moved first?
Mhm.
So I'll move that we approve bill number 9104.
Second?
Okay, discussion. Now, is there any questions? If you want to come up here, ask questions or comment on this particular issue, we'll treat it just like we do the public comments. You'll get about 3 minutes. So, but this won't be the last time you'll have an opportunity to ask questions of that. We'll go through that here in a second. But does anyone want to make comments now?
I don't think you've stated where people will need to put their name on, where they will go.
We're going to get to that, Marie.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I appreciate it. That's what we're going to do next. Kelly, can you talk about, what I'd like, Mickey, if you could talk about the forums, and if
Sure.
you could talk about what's in this ordinance here, what it does, it provides all the rules for candidates so they can be on the ballot, one of these 13 people.
So the packets will be opened for the public tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. at City Hall. You'll have to pick up your packet from the city clerk. So from tomorrow until whenever time closes, you can pick up those packets. I'll let the clerk kind of describe what is in the packet.
If you're interested in the packet, you will receive an envelope of last month's ordinance that was passed by council. Whether or not this ordinance will be approved tonight, that will also be in there. There's going to be the petition. That petition will have all the information on that and how many signatures you have to have. It's also going to have the notice to candidate for filing. It's going to just be a non-official document at this time because you can't actually file until the 9th, but it's going to give you an idea of what is going to be expected, along with some other documents regarding the rules and requirements to filing.
Okay. I want to point out that this right here is there's no discretion for the council or the city on this. All these rules, there's rules for elections and there's special rules for electing charter commission. It's all summarized here and it's been done in conjunction with both Berry and Lawrence County. But one place and one packet, so everyone's got the same information. Any other discussion?
Ken, you have anything? I was
Go ahead.
asking Ken if he had anything. What you're seeing in front of you, everyone, welcome, is the last commission form of government in the state of Missouri, us three. And what we brought upon you as the city is to a question. Shall you allow us and yourselves to change city government? Would you like to see a charter form of government in your town? And if approved by ballot, you'll vote on that first, and then you'll follow many steps along the path of creating this commission. Once the commission's formed, the 13 people, as the mayor mentioned, will rewrite, I'll just say it bluntly, just rewrite the forms of charter for the city of Monett. It's a very opportunistic thing, and I think it's absolutely something for discussion. So as we run through these steps, and if anybody needs copies of the motion here, the bill number 9104, we'll happily provide that to you. The clerk will have that on staff too. So I just want to make you aware, welcome to city government, everybody. We're all in this in a way together. It's all for the people. and make this something for the future of the city of Monett. We're growing by leaps and bounds, and we want to continue this path. So thank you.
I do have something if I may be recognized.
Yes, sir.
Sure. So I do want to make sure that the public understands that the charter is not the form of government. That the charter is the constitution that will frame how the city of Monett will conduct its city government. The form of government is determined by this commission of 13 individuals and will be defined within the charter. While more than likely the commission will not choose to retain the commission form of government, it is an option available to that commission. There are 4 different types of governments or forms of government. So it'd be very premature for us to say that we're changing our form of government because that commission, that group of 13 people, could realistically choose to retain
Correct.
the commission form. So just stating that for the public, for the record.
Okay, anything else?
No.
Call the roll, please.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Yes?
Commissioner King Esper,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Andavina.
Aye.
There was H, right? We swapped E and H.
Correct. Reading and consideration of approval of resolution number 9108, a resolution authorizing the City Council of Monett, Missouri to engage in a master service agreement for aviation engineering services.
Okay, Mickey, can you kind of talk us through this one?
Yes, so we sent out an RFQ for a engineer specialist for the airport. The firm that we've chosen is Wolpert. They're very familiar with us. We've used them for other projects. And so we're recommending as staff that we would move forward on the selection of Wolpert as our city engineer for the airport specific.
I'll move that we approve Bill 9108.
Second, please.
Yeah, and discussion on this, we've used Wolpert before. They've been out there for lots of our projects. They know the ground, literally they know the ground out there, so this makes a lot of sense to me. Any other discussion from the commission?
No.
Okay, call the roll.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Yes.
Commissioner King Esper,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Andavina.
Aye.
Item F when you're ready.
Reading and consideration of approval of resolution number 9106, a resolution approving an addendum to the tower site lease agreement between the City of Monett, Missouri and Cox Health Systems for the Lowe's Link Water Tower, referencing previous resolution number 8825.
Okay, Mickey?
Yeah, they have, Cox has communication equipment on top of our tower at Lowe's Lane. Skip was working with Cox. What they'd like to do, the agreement is good. We're just amending the agreement so that we can continue the partnership. If there's further questions, Skip is here and he can certainly answer them, but this is a good partnership between the city.
Well, it's continuing of the partnership with a 7-year.
Boy, that I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's 7-year, isn't it? That's what the contract says.
Yeah, they wanted to extend the length of time on the contract.
Okay. There's no reason
Basically
not
the same
to.
contract, we're extending it. Yep.
Yeah, this is for emergency services at Cox Hospital, right? Doesn't cost
I'm
it.
not 100% sure what they use, but
I'm pretty sure it is, and it doesn't cost us anything, so. All right, call the roll, please.
Make the motion.
Yep, I move that we approve 9106.
Second?
Call the roll, please.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Yes.
Commissioner King Esper,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Andavina.
Aye.
Okay. Item G, when you're ready.
Reading and consideration of approval of resolution number 9107, a resolution authorizing the City Council of Monett, Missouri to amend the agreement between the City of Monett and the Monett Main Street Incorporated.
Yeah, Mickey, you want to take us through this one too?
Sure. Whenever Monett Main Street was first formed and founded, the city was very involved in the program. And so at that time, an agreement was reached between Monett Main Street and the city of Monett, which called for 2 positions to hold from the city to be on the board of directors. Those were voting positions at that time. So what staff is recommending is that we simply amend the agreement. We will keep our positions on the board, but they'll become non-voting positions. This really gives us a voice at the board, but it doesn't obligate the city in any way or by perception or assumption or any of that. As we grow in the city, Chapter 353 was a perfect example. We went to Monett Main Street, we asked them to endorse Chapter 353. There will be other grants that the city will work on that will help infrastructure downtown. We want the endorsement of Monett, but we don't want board members sitting on that board voting because it looks like we're manipulating the process. So this is simply an amendment to that, an original agreement.
Correct.
All right, have any motion?
Move that we approve bill number 9107.
And I'll second.
Okay, discussion?
I think it's a good change.
Makes sense to me. Okay, call the roll, please.
Mayor Brady Burke,
Yes.
Commissioner King Gaspar,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren DeVito.
Aye.
Item E, please.
First and second reading and consideration of approval of ordinance number 9105, an ordinance awarding the construction contract for an 80 by 80 foot city-owned hangar located at the Monett Regional Airport.
Okay, what this is, we have already voted that we're going to put out a city hangar some time ago. 80 by 80 foot hangar. And what we're doing here is we're awarding the contract for bids on that hangar. We just hired Woolput before. They're going to be on the city engineering side. What this does, we're going to award the contract. And when you look at the values in the contract, $1.2 million, something along that line, it's not the city that pays for that. It's 100% paid for by MoDOT, by FAA through MoDOT. So that's what this resolution is. All right, any discussion? Okay, call the roll, please.
Move that we
Oh,
approve.
I'm sorry, we just do the second reading, objections to the second reading.
No.
Hearing none, let's go to second reading.
An ordinance awarding the construction contract for an 80 by 80 foot city-owned hangar located at the Monett Regional Airport.
Okay, any
Move that
motion?
we approve bill number 9105.
Second.
Call the roll?
Mayor Brady Burke,
Yes.
Commissioner King Gaspar,
No, sorry, we need a public
hearing.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. Anyone like to come up and discuss? Murray, I'm surprised.
So is this a contract for a specific contractor, or are you just getting authorization to issue the contract?
This is,
The contract has already been awarded to the contractor. This is just moving forward on the project. There's 3 schedules in the project. We're only going to do Schedule 1, which includes building the hangar, the road that comes up to the hangar, but what Schedule 2 was road improvements for future growth and the parking lot, which won't be paved, it'll just be gravel. And then Schedule 3 had some other just small items. But because of the award that we received for the funding, Schedule 1 will meet our obligation for the $1.2 million.
okay. Any other comments from the public on this issue? All right, call the roll, please.
Mayor Brady Burke,
Yes.
Commissioner King Gaspar,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren DeVito.
Aye.
Okay, item I, when you're ready.
Reading and consideration of approval of resolution number 9109, a resolution authorizing the city council of Monett, Missouri to approve the construction of a driveway extension to connect closed lane improvements.
Okay,
I
Vic-
move that we approve bill number 9109.
Second, please.
all right, discussion. Vicki, can you kind of take us through this one?
Sure. There are several locations around our town where city roads have been extended with a driveway or it's put in by somebody private. That's really what this is. This is Lowe's Lane on the south end. There's already a right-of-way there that is owned by the city. The property owner that you see in your packet, he's getting ready to purchase a piece of property that's actually landlocked. So the only way that he's going to have access to his property is to come down Lowe's Lane, form a driveway to his property. In discussion with the city engineer, we don't see any issues with this. There's no problems. We've been very specific of what they've got to do to prepare that road. It will help us in the future when we extend that road, but this really just gives them access to their property. We see no problems with it at all. So we're recommending that we just move forward.
So they're paying for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Lowe's Lane, if I may have one question, will dead end at this person's property?
Yeah, the governor's cost share ends 450 feet short of the property line of what we have as the property line.
Thank you.
So they're going to extend this from that where it's ending, the road improvements that the city is doing with the cost share, that other 450 feet to their property line to allow them access to their property.
Any other discussion?
No.
No. Okay, call the roll.
Mayor Rainvent,
Yes.
Commissioner King Gaspar,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Davina.
Aye.
Okay, item J, please.
Reading and consideration of approval of resolution number 9110, a resolution authorizing the City Council of Monett, Missouri to engage in a service agreement for road improvement survey and fire station hydraulic study.
Okay, Mickey, can you kind of take us through this one too?
Sure. Yeah, this was what we discussed at our last work session. City engineer did a great job walking us through this. This is the potential future connection road from Highway J over to Highway H, but included in that also is some land that could possibly be the fire station number 3. So this is the preliminary work that we need to do to see if this is feasible for the city to not only build a fire station on that property, but also to work on that connector road. The layout that you saw at your work session was just a very rough draft of what that road is going to look like. So we need more.
What we're authorizing here is just the money to go out and see how much does it cost, and we can buy our fire station.
And the design of
Build
it.
the fire station.
So we're going to do a hydraulic study where the fire station would be. We're going to do some preliminary design work on the road so that we can begin to look at, is this feasible for the city to move forward on this project?
And survey.
Yeah, survey.
Okay. How many motions?
I'll move to approve bill number 9110.
Second?
Call the roll.
Mayor Rainvent,
Yes.
Commissioner King Gaspar,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Davina.
Aye.
Okay. Item K, when you're ready.
Reading and consideration of approval of resolution number 9111, a resolution accepting a right-of-way conveyance from Amazon.com Services LLC to the city of Monett, Missouri.
I'll move that we approve bill number 9111.
Second?
Discussion. This is just to give them the right of way for the Amazon facility. It's going to go out by next to the racetrack.
Correct.
I think it's been in the news, $22 million facility, and we'll hire about 100 people. The word's out, it's 350, it's not, it's 100. It's going to bring in 100 jobs. So, any other discussion? Okay, call the roll.
Mayor Rainvent,
Yes.
Commissioner Ken Gaspar,
Aye.
Commissioner Darren Davina.
Aye.
All right, Mickey, is there anything you'd like to add to what we've done, or?
We've just had a lot of activity around town. We're seeing some progress again on the downtown area. We've had our first redevelopment committee meeting for Chapter 353. We've got 6 members of that committee. Most of them either have property downtown or a strong connection with the downtown area. The next meeting of that is December 8th, whenever they'll begin to put together more details of what the guidelines will look like for Chapter 353. Other work that's moving forward, a dog park committee has been formed. We've had one meeting, and so we're continuing to look at that, and we'll continue to expand the dog park in downtown Monett. A lot of other activities. We've got some great staff that are just doing all kinds of cleanup projects around town, making our city more beautified, and so I greatly appreciate all their efforts, and just doing a lot to continue the growth and progress of Monett.
I have one question, maybe recommendation, as you're preparing the next fiscal year's budget, to see if there's anything that we could do to repair Jerome Lane. I know Kyler Street between County and Calnan needs a lot of work, but with the Chapel Drive project and traffic being rerouted, I don't think it's a good time for us to do that. But Jerome Lane has just gotten progressively worse over time. It's just deep undulations there from heavy truck traffic, and I'm afraid that if it gets on a chip and seal schedule, it's not going to improve that. So it needs some attention.
Okay, all right, we will look at that.
Now, is that a fire alarm, or does that go off every time we approve $100,000 of spending?
So,
That's what I think. Okay. It's a battery backup, it's not a fire alarm. Our next work session, because it's Thanksgiving, normally we do it on the fourth Thursday, but we're not gonna work on Thanksgiving, so our next work session is gonna be 4th of December, 2025, 9:30, down in City Hall. Our next regular city council meeting will be here on December 11th, 2025, at 6 o'clock. Again, here, right here. Okay, do I have any motions to go into a closed session? Who needs to be in the closed session?
Just city clerk and myself.
Okay,
Okay, make a motion that we move into closed session. Council will convene in closed session pursuant to section 6.10.021, subsection 1, 2, and 3 to discuss legal matters, real estate, and personnel matters.
I second the motion to go into closed session. Call the roll.
Mayor Raineyberg,
Go Cubs.
Commissioner King Esbar,
Aye.
Commissioner Leonard Davina.
Aye.
Okay, we'll be in closed session.